All right, and then the last thing we're gonna talk about is these R&B parties. So, um, my people that don't know, here in Jacksonville, Florida, I'm part of a cruise called R&B Mostly. So I'm one of the DJs, the communications person in regards to that. So I've been working with them. Shouts out to Larry Love, the whole team, Teasy, Carissa, all the team over there. We have it it's every fourth Friday of the month. Every fourth Friday of the month here in Jacksonville, Florida. It's an R&B party that we have. It's R&B mostly. Um, we play. I'm going to say we play 95% R&B, just straight R&B, and then the mostly part is when we play the raps and all that stuff. But majority of the night, and majority of the night meaning like majority of the night, we are playing uh, the throwbacks, the new stuff, the alternative, just the classics of R&B music. That party is so embedded in like just the R&B vibes and the genre. We really want to take it to the next level, and I'm hoping that I can do that with a lot of the things that I have planned, from the communications, marketing aspect of things. Uh, our parties are great, but would love to elevate it a lot more. So I'm always thinking of new innovative ways to build up a brand or push it forward or uh, expand it. All of the things to try to scale it, all that. So nevertheless, if you're in Jacksonville, come to R&B Mostly. It's a great time. It's going to be on February 28th, but it's every fourth Friday of the month, and it's at Emerald Station. Make sure you follow R&B Mostly. It's R and then a letter N and then B Mostly on Instagram to get all the updates. And you can follow me on there as well, with Mr. LP, MPN, all that stuff. The Groove Suite, we always promote all that stuff on there. So, with that being said, I saw a thread a while back, and I'm going to read it. It said, "I wish there was an R&B party, specifically '90s, that only play B-sides and less popular singles. Tired people having R&B party. Tired of people having R&B parties and only playing Return of the Mac, Poison, Can We Talk, and This Is How We Do It. Man, I be playing songs like Come Over by Faith and My Heart Belongs to You by Jodeci." All right. So I want to talk about that a little bit because I, me being a DJ, I guess I got the vantage point on that or whatnot, whatever you want to call it. I got the insiders. So I will say this, and I won't get too technical with it, but I'll try to be a little more whatever. So I know for me, I pay attention to my people. When I'm DJing for the people. I'm not DJing for myself. Uh, if I was throwing an event, even if I was throwing an event, I would want to I want to cater to the people that are there. Now, do I want to put people on? Yes. Do I want to give people a different experience when they come from time to time? Absolutely. But you just can't run up in these parties and be like, "Oh, you're going to listen to what I want y'all to listen to." Like, I just don't rock like that, and I have another method of doing that. Like, I have a Discord page, and I put a lot of music in there or stuff music related in there. Now, Groove Suite, I do that as well. Groove Suite on Facebook, the Groove Suite on Facebook, we are in there talking and whatnot. But I'm trying to start this community where I'm able to like put people on. At some point, I'm going to merge this stuff into my DJ sets. But when you playing for a group of people, you know, you gotta well, I'm going to cater to them as much as I can. So with that being said, it's very limited access for me to be able to just be like, let me just throw B sides in there. Majority of DJs, we rock like that, all right? Yeah, we just rock like that. So it's not as easy as it is to be like, let me just do these B side things. Like I'm sure if you did one by yourself or through a party or whatever, somebody in that building is gonna be like, I need to hear Can We Talk by Tevin Campbell. Now, every R&B party Do they play? Can we talk about Tevin Campbell? When I See You by Fantasia? Absolutely. All the time. I feel like the R&B brunches, they always play those two songs. And when I DJ, I always joke about that and say, this is what they're playing. This is what they play at R&B brunches, at R&B parties, jokingly, whatever. But those are favorites that people love to hear. Those are like the typical R&B songs that people are going to hear. Like, I'm trying to say it in a way that it don't come off like it's harsh, but like, things to consider. Things to consider. Number one, audience, like I just told you. Number two, party versus experience. Sometimes people want to come and just listen to the music. One thing that a lot of people were saying about Kendrick Lamar's performance, they were saying it was cool, but this is a Super Bowl performance. We want to perform. We want to party. We want to have that or whatever. I understand that. It might not have been everybody's tea to be like, okay, well, I'm trying to listen to Kendrick Lamar with his black righteous stuff. I get it. But at the same time, too, Kendrick Lamar had an experience. He was giving us an experience. So I feel like there's a difference between a party and an experience. So I know for me, when it comes to R&B mostly, or when I do R&B, when I play R&B music, when I DJ, I'm in and out of party / experience. Overall, I feel like when I'm DJing, I'm giving you the Alpine experience, the MPN experience. I'm giving y'all the soundtrack. But I've gone in a lot of places, and these people just want to just dance. These people just want to hear R&B music. They don't care nothing about no experience and stuff like that. And you got to cater to that, especially if the person that booked you to do the party, if they're paying you to say, hey, play R&B music, get these people singing, all that other stuff. You can't. That's just. I'm trying not to be like, Ugh. And then another thing that you want to consider is type of songs you play. So the Can We Talks, the Poisons, the Return of Max, those are classic songs that R&B songs have produced, right? Well, R&B songs that have been produced and everybody loves it. Everybody has their own personal connections to it. I think there is a style of playing that will make it better. So the Return of Mac and the Can We Talks or whatever don't sound too daunting. But at the same time, too, that goes back to one, the audience, two, the party versus the experience. So, I just think you have to be very mindful of those things before you just sit here and say, I'm tired of going to these parties and they're playing the same songs. I mean, if you have a crew of people, if your audience is between 35 to 50, you might want to play Can We Talk. Now, it's just a moment in the time, all right? Let's just say if the event is like 4 to 5 hours. We could throw some Eric Roberson in there. You could throw some Afrobeat in there. You could throw, what they call it, trap, soul trap. You know what I'm saying? Some Bryson Tiller. I mean, all that stuff. You can throw SZA in there. It's a mixture of R&B music that you can throw in there. So I think the whole Can We Talk and the Poison and stuff like that, it can exist at every party. It's just a common song to play. But from a DJ standpoint and from a promoter standpoint and from a creator standpoint, it would take a good little bit of time to create this B-side type of action because you're going to have to work that party up. You're going to have to work these things in. And at the same time, too, you're not the only person at the party. So DJs, creators, event planners, promoters, the venue has to, be well-rounded and understand that they have to cater to as many people as possible. So I'm just saying that from a respectful side of things. And I could jump more into it later. Please share your thoughts about the R&B action. It's when I saw it, I was like, and I see people talk about it all the time. People always playing the same songs. I mean, that's just how things work. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to bring a different experience to it, there's a nurturing type of side that happens. And it's not just you saying, "Oh, let me get this venue and we gonna do B-sides." It ain't that simple. And if it is, great, but more power to you. But I know from experience, even just throwing the R&B mostly parties has been a thing where we have to work up. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'll say this and then we can conclude. But like I know people in there between 25 and 30. We played the new R&B stuff, and they're not responsive to it. I've played outstanding, bare white. I done played 70s and 80s music, and these 25 to 30-year-old adults are moving to it. And these people weren't even born. Like their parents wasn't even born while this music was coming out. That's something to consider when it comes to the B-side things. Now, do I think B-side things will be dope? Absolutely. But I know for me, I have a method that I would do before I just said, "Oh, I'm just going to throw some B-side music in there." Even at the slightest, somebody would have to narrate that thing very, very, very well for that to effectively be right. So those are my 2 points. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, or just share it with me. Hit me up. Love to have a conversation about this.